Welcome to the Sun and Moon Tarot. Today we will find what is good and what is hidden. This is another pick a card read. If you're not familiar, please choose a group. These are timeless. You can come back and watch them again if you like. And you can choose a different group if you'd like. You can also pick multiple groups. So if you don't immediately feel called to a group or multiple groups, go ahead and pause the video and kind of meditate on which crystal group might be resonating for you. For the read, we have I've split up the crystal card deck, tarot deck, excuse me, the stone deck. I'm sorry, and then I have two Rider-Waite decks, which I shuffled and then selected for each group, and here we are. So I hope you enjoy the content. I hope you find it easy to choose a group. We have group 1 here is Amber, group 2 is Selenite, group 3 is Kyanite, and group 4 is Moonstone. Please feel free to take your time and choose wisely. Okay, so yeah, we'll start off with Amber, and I'm going to go ahead and say at the beginning of this video, if you are interested in a personal reading or any of my other reads, please check out my Patreon. Please check out the link below, or the description box below, for any of my information, to book a reading, to link up with me, to etc. Check out the rest of the other reads if you're interested. Okay, so my beautiful people, thank you for your time, and we'll get into it today. Amber will be the first group, so if you did choose Amber, we will go ahead and begin there. Okay, my Amber group. Amber's a lovely stone. We'll do the, I like to show off the card a little bit as well. Beautiful stone deck. Yeah, that Amber card here, if you chose it. So it is that honey yellow kind of a color. It does represent recharging your good vibes. This card does for this group. So what is it? Of way ancient origin, excuse me, Amber is not a rock but a fossilized tree resin with a a sugar sweet energy telegraphed by its golden honey and maple syrup hues. Amber promotes a feeling of warmth and well-being from first blush, and armchair paleontologists love the dinosaur era bugs, aka inclusions, sometimes caught inside. So some people, you might feel called to this if you're a collector, right? So you might need it if you're a tree person, old soul, or anyone who's gearing up for a long dark winter. Depends on where you are in the world, right? So when to use it? When you need a metaphysical hug from the universe, call on Amber's cuddly, energetic blanket vibes and cozy on up. Recharge your good vibes. All right, my Amber group, beautiful selection. I hope you enjoy the read. We will place this here. We've got 2 rows. Let's make sure they're upright. Yep. Okay. So this will be your first row, and this is be your second. We'll kind of just do a general read here. A lot of times I like to do current energy or recent past. This is your future row. So we'll see how your kind of group plays out, Amber. How do you need to recharge, right? Okay, so for your first row, my group 1, you have the 3 of Cups. That's any water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be you or someone you're dealing with. You have the 3 of Swords, any air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could, again, someone you could be dealing with. So water or cups, is the energy of emotion in the tarot, and swords are the energy of thought or intellect, that of air. 33 is a big number. It does appear directly next to each other, so if you're interested in spirituality, I do suggest you check that out, like the numerology definition of this. But I do like to call 33 the highest good number. So it's like making decisions that influence yourself and others in a very high attitude with 33. It's interesting that you have the Three of Cups and the Three of Swords appearing next to each other. And it kind of calls attention to why you might need to recharge. Let's pull the final card before we get into that. You've got the King of Cups. Any water sign? Again, we already went over that though. So interesting that this came out. If you're seeking advice about love, this could have to do with heartbreak in a situation and you really making a heart overhead decision based on some sort of sorrow or pain in your recent past or current energy. So the Three of Cups is friendship, community, and happiness. The Three of Swords is heartbreak, suffering, and grief. The King of Cups, the King of Water represents emotional control and balance between your heart and your head. Again, if you chose this group, you're being called to recharge yourself because you do have the capability of rebuilding this community, and you can always find avenues of socialization to benefit your emotional needs that don't lead you to heartbreak or suffering, right? So it could be a simple call to that. It could be that you were more severely suffering, right? The Three of Swords can be, especially with Three of Cups right there, it could really be like a third party energy. So you recognize that your person's like maybe having an affair, or I hate to get that serious, but and please don't, like, if you don't have any evidence of that, don't take my reading as evidence of that, okay? But if you do have feelings about something and you're kind of like, I'm never put first or something like that, you might be recognizing that you need to recharge and rebuild, right? Okay, and my Amber group, let's get into your future here. Your second row holds the Judgment card, first spirit card here to appear. Very beautiful card. You have the Page of Swords. It's interesting because it falls underneath the Three of Swords, second air card to appear. It is a court card there. And then you have the Five of Wands. So that's any fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, the energy of passion in the tarot. Wands or rods usually is what they're called. Excuse me. So for your spirit card, Judgment means reflection, reckoning, and awakening. You recognizing how you have that ability to kind of, okay. So with the Page of Swords, it's curiosity, restlessness, and mental energy. With the Five of Swords, with the Five of Wands here, you have the energy of competition, conflict, and just like current reality energy, right? So you're making a judgment call. You're awakening to something based on the realization of however that plays out for you, right? If this is a general money read for you, this is you recognizing that you need to build in other places to provide for yourself. If this is a relationship read, you're having judgment over some sort of conflict in your reality, and you're recognizing that you need to recharge and rebuild, no matter basically whatever dimension, it's going to be the same thing. But you're really awakening here in the future to how to build, how to put your heart, your emotional needs, and your head and kind of sink and to move forward so that you don't continue to suffer, but you can collaborate and build a community and a home. You're really thinking about how to do this in like a severely curious manner, and it could be leading to conflict, you recognizing that, because when you walk away from people, sometimes there is conflict It could be recognizing that you're in competition in some sort of dimension and you don't appreciate that. So you're awakening to it and moving forward. Group 1, I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you have a beautiful season. Enjoy the other reads, please. Like, share, subscribe. Have a beautiful season. Bye. Group 2 will be Selenite. Beautiful wand. If you're familiar with crystals, it's something everyone should have to purify. You might be being called to purify. You might be being called to protect yourself. This is clear your path to enlightenment, right? A lot of people use this. Sorry, why am I struggling? There we go. A lot of people use this stone or crystal to really clear the environment, which is funny. Clear your path to enlightenment. And a lot of people use it for different practices. So selenite, it's an icy selenite is a form of gypsum with a calm, cool, and collected vibe. You need it if you're a healer, a believer, the currently cleansing juice technology, etc. When to use it? When you move into a new space and want any lingering bad juju to vamoose. When you pray to gods above, when you've been working with crystals and want to clear away energy they've picked up in the process, give them a gentle tap with selenite. Clear your path to enlightenment. All right, group 2, this is your crystal card from the stone deck. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoy the pick a card reads. You have 2 Rider-Waite rows. The first row will represent your current energy to reset past. The second row will represent your future. Excuse my cat. He's been meowing for a minute. I'm not sure why he's upset. All right, selenite group. So let's see what your path holds for you, right? So let's look at this first row. The 6 of Pentacles, any earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be you, could be someone else of significance. The 6 of Pentacles, or the Pentacle card, does represent Earth. Earth is money in the tarot. The Knight of Pentacles does follow. It is a court card of Earth. And the Devil. The Devil is a representation often of Capricorn. So that's interesting that this spirit card does appear in your reading. It's interesting that it appears when we're talking about enlightenment. What an interesting row. My second group, excuse me. So selenite, let's go ahead and talk about your definitions, but interesting, right? The 6 of Pentacles, some people try to say this is breadcrumbing cards, so if someone, we'll get into that, but by definition it represents charity, generosity, and sharing. This could be you, this could be you trying to be fair, this could be others around you trying to be fair. The Knight of Pentacles is a representation of efficiency, hard work, and responsibility. The Devil is a spirit card. Materialism, playfulness, pleasure, and addiction is the definition for this card. So, for you, I'm getting that you probably like to give. Might be a little bit of an addiction for you. And you're recognizing kind of how to be efficient so that you can give, but also provide for yourself. I feel like that's super straightforward, but you want to be a provider. You might be a little materialistic. There's a lot of earth here. And you might need to focus on enlightenment, like your spiritual path, not just your earthly path. Fair enough? So earth signs, please don't take this offensively if you identify as an earth sign, but they tend to be very 3D. In my opinion, if you have a lot of earth in your chart, you tend to focus on how to manifest money, and that's really all that matters to you, or wealth in general. And that's, again, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it can be an addiction. It can be an addiction to luxury. It can play out as forming addictions with this card, and you having to continue to be generous and efficient so that you can feed your addiction in some way, and you're trying to enlighten yourself to that. If this resonates for you in any way, any of those sub-stories, this is going to be your recent past or current energy. So let's flip your future here, just to see what it holds. More earth. You've got the 8 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups. Interesting. Water sign. First of this read. Any water sign would be Cancer, Taurus. Excuse me. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Taurus could matter to you since I can't speak and it just popped out. The 2 of Cups is also that water is emotion, so it is the energy of emotion in the tarot. You have the Justice card. Interesting. I'm fairly certain the last read had Justice as well, but in either it had to have been this deck actually. So that's very interesting that the second group, get Justice as well. So in your future, you have 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups, and the Justice card. So the 8 of Pentacles, and also I beg you to see that the Spirit cards are in the same position, which I find that interesting. So the 8 of Pentacles is diligence, passion, and having high standards typically. Again, going back to that efficient energy almost, but not being a court card. More so being focused on how to provide, how to create, and there being some sort of a new relationship, unity. The 2 of Cups is unity, partnership, and connection. So something appearing for you, regardless of what dimension this is in your life. So it could be love, it could be money. It seems like it has to do with work for you. But again, if it's you breaking free, it could be, oh, well, I have all this money and I can be generous and I can learn how to unite with others due to this generosity and my ability to create, and it helps you be enlightened to certain things in your life. Justice card. This is truth, fairness, law, clarity, cause, and effect. Could be a Libra. Yeah, you're absolutely coming into unity to build. Like if this is spiritual, this is you walking down a spirit path. This is a kind of a destined connection for you, regardless of how it plays out. If it's friendship, if it's romantic, if it's career based, if it's some sort of social networking for a hobby or friendship, or I've already said friendship. Excuse me. Or work, you know, it's going to vary for everyone. It seems like it has a lot to do with work, but this is a destined connection in your future where you're like, oh, that's why I continued to work hard and save and scrimp, and then now I can continue being generous with this person and build with them. That's really quite beautiful if it resonates for you, my second group. So Selenite, I hope you enjoyed the content. Check out my other reads. That's all I have for you today. Love you all, beautiful people. Have a beautiful season. Bye. Third group is Kyanite. I don't think I've ever presented this one yet, but it's quite, I like it. I think it's pretty. I like crystals though, so it's, you know. So this card is deepen your perspective, right? What is it? Blue Kyanite forms in long striated columns. Its heady vibe makes it a mindful choice for the 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the afternoon meditation set. You need it if you're perpetually restless, and you should use it when you find yourself drowned out by that mental noise. Even the greatest thinkers need to be reminded. Thoughts are thoughts. Reality is reality. You can deal with it like an anxious chihuahua, or you can get down with kyanite and, excuse me. Yeah, that's kyanite, right? Kyanite, and align to the moment with your charm, or excuse me, I need glasses, with your calm and cool intact. Yes, apparently I cannot speak today. I'm very sorry, my group 3. Kyanite, if this resonates for you, this read should be about deepening your perspective in some way. We'll see how it plays out with your Rider-Waite deck choices. Make sure they're upright. The first row will represent your current energy to your recent past. The second row will represent your future. So the reads have been like, I feel like people that are watching this video might be like similarly going through something. It might have to do with the planetary alignments. I don't always remember to check that, so I have a lot of other things to deal with. I hope you have the time to look it up if you wish. All right, my group 3, my Kyanite group. Let's see what the Rider-Waite holds for you. 8 of Swords, any Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This could be you or someone else, or of the season of significance. Air or Swords represent the energy of thought or intellect in the tarot. The 6 of Swords follows, second air card. The 5 of Spirit, the Hierophant card, does follow. This is your current energy to recent past. So the 8 of Swords has come out already today. It's interesting that you, my group 3, got the second dose of my 8 of Swords, because it does represent you recognizing self-victimization in some way. We'll go over the definitions of the cards, but Eight of Swords is imprisonment, entrapment, self-victimization. The 6 of Swords is transition, leaving behind and moving on. The Hierophant is an interesting card. She represents tradition, legacy, society, and organized religion. So with this deepening your perspective, right, you are, if this is going to resonate for you in your current energy or your recent past, don't make it fit if it doesn't. You are recognizing how your actions can lead sometimes to you being victimized, or you feeling entrapped or imprisoned in some way, and you transitioning away from it, leaving it behind, truly moving forward. It could have to do with traditions. It could have to do with a legacy, a familial legacy or otherwise. It could be a society that you belong to, or an organized religion, or some sort of a group where you seek spiritual counsel, right? So either way, you're transitioning from it, whatever dimension this kind of relates to you, my group 3. So that's a pretty straightforward first row. Let's get into this was in the last read, so the cards are interesting today. And you have 66 appearing. Please check out numerology if you're interested. This has to do with major change, it would seem. You have 2 Pentacle cards appearing. That's any earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, the energy of money in the tarot. So you have the 6 and the 10 here appearing. Your final card is the Devil. These 2 cards were in the last read. That's interesting, but in the dark green deck. So, wow. Very interesting here. It is also very interesting that we were talking about legacy, and then the 10 of Pentacles appears in your future, because, so let's go over definitions, of course, but this is 6 of coin is charity, generosity, sharing. the 10 of coin is legacy, inheritance, culmination. So this is spirit talking about legacy, and then this is the pentacles. This is the money card talking about legacy. The devil card is a representation of, it could be a Capricorn, but it's also materialism, playfulness, pleasure, and addiction. So you could recognize that you are too giving in your future, or you could recognize that you are able to be giving. You could feel that someone's breadcrumbing you, or you could be breadcrumbing someone with this card. It could have to do with money. It could have to do with your legacy in general, or some sort of an inheritance that you're gaining. You're trying to figure out how to be generous, but it could also be, with the devil card here, you recognizing that you don't like. This is going to be split for everyone, right? So you could be materialistic, or you could have an addiction of some sort that is kind of taking away from your ability to be generous. It could be a warning of that. It could be a representation of not falling into kind of relationships where people are taking from you. You could be addicted to that, you know, and it is the universe saying that you need to find harmony here. You, with whatever dimension this kind of plays out for you, group 3, my Kyanite, you really need to focus on moving forward, however this plays out, right? Moving forward and clearing your energy so that you can deepen the way that you think about that around you. In your recent past or current energy, while you transition away from this, your future is kind of like a recognition of maybe this was the addiction, right? Self-entrapment in some way. But you're walking away from it. On your future, as you deepen your perspective and you're really walking towards, or your path holds this kind of understanding of, I can be generous and I can create my own kind of inheritance. And it could simply have to do with that, with the devil. It's a recognizing that you are able to manifest like pleasure by being kind of generous with others, but you should not become addicted to that. Fair enough? Okay. Group 3, I hope you enjoyed the content. Pretty straightforward read. Love you all. Have a beautiful season. I'll catch you next time. Final group, group 4, is Moonstone. I love Moonstone. It's one of my favorite crystals. Beautiful, beautiful card. Find your natural rhythm is this card's reasoning to use, it says. So, a shimmering, protective talisman for travelers since way back. Since way back. Moonstone is a dreamy white to peach hued feldspar mineral for gazers of sky and soul. Sorry. You need it if all you earth goddesses out there and the people you keep around you the people you keep around who need to work on their empathy, patience, and intuition. You should use it under a new moon. Use it to set intentions that align with your purest life, affirming, inner child, nurturing, calling. Under a full moon, Moonstone belongs in the bedroom or wherever you get down. Oh my. So, find your natural rhythm is this group's kind of crystal stone card. You've got 2 rows of Rider-Waite. The first row will be your current energy to recent past. The second will be your future. No, you're good. Okay. My animals are snoozing. All right. Moonstone. Let's find your natural rhythm, right? Your first row, let's see what it holds. 9 of Pentacles, any earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The energy of money in the tarot. Queen of Cups, energy of water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. That of emotion in the tarot. Followed by the 9 of Cups. So secondary water card. You have 99 appearing, cycles changing, ending, completion, etc. in your recent, past, current energy with that number appearing. Please check it out if you're interested. So the 9 of Coin is fruits of labor, reckless spending, and rewards. The Queen of Water, she represents compassion, calm, and comfort. The 9 of Cups does represent, or the 9 of Water represents satisfaction, luxury, and emotional stability. So, right, as you connect, as you find your rhythm, okay, you're able to produce in a calm and nurturing manner both the emotional security you wish and the money security that you wish, if this is resonating for your group. So you're experiencing money, wealth, and the fruits of being efficient and finding your groove, and you're also recognizing on how to be completely well-rounded with emotional stability. Beautiful. Very self-explanatory first row. You have the third 9 to appear for your future here. Swords is there. That's intellect. The energy of thought in the tarot, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 999 is interesting. We already went over that. If you're interested, you should Google it or research it. It's definitely a note to some sort of completion for you. You've got the 5 of Swords, another air card, and the Moon appearing for a spirit card for you. It is interesting that this does appear as you have Moonstone and the Moon. So for your future, wow. Something that is hidden that you're to learn about emotionally is going to cause some sort of anxiety or trauma. So what I mean by that, the 9 of Swords is anxiety, hopelessness, and trauma. The 5 of Swords represents unbridled ambition, winning at all costs, and sneakiness. I don't feel like this is you because of the Queen of Cups being present. I feel like you're dealing with some sort of anxiety or trauma due to someone around you having these kind of behaviors. The Moon is a representation of unconscious thoughts, or the unconscious in general, unclarity, illusions, and intuition. So in your future, you're learning to trust your intuition, right? The Queen of Cups can be compassionate because she can understand emotionally where others are coming from, based on her own experiences, but just her general ability to understand and be compassionate, truly. So with whatever change, with whatever path you're following, right? Whatever you go through, you might have to break away from someone or simply learn from a painful experience that you should trust yourself and that you should move forward like in a manner of being compassionate but being protective over yourself, Don't be over giving. Fair enough. I feel like that's a little bit of a warning that some people can take advantage of that, right? If people see your nurturing as weakness or your kindness as weakness, they will take advantage of it. It's if they feel like that's weakness, that's how they are, right? Unfortunately, there's some sort of major change for you here. I feel like because of the fives that seem to be present around me, so that's why I'm saying in your future, you might really have major change and growth here appearing for you, and you kind of going through anxiety because of that. But have faith and remember that you are on a path that's destined for you, and to just protect yourself and to continue being that compassionate, beautiful energy that you seem to be. Group 4, my Moonstone group, I hope you enjoyed the content. I hope you have a beautiful season. I will see you in the next one. Love y'all. Bye.